A100 with Konnan Disco is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline is your number one source for the NBA and the NHL playoffs this season. Every stat, every matchup, and even live odds while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slots games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Don't forget to use the promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAD, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline. The game starts here. Next is from Jason Turpin from Mint Hill, North Carolina. First of all, he says, great music segment. Leonard Skinner's not nowhere band. Okay. Hey guys, on this podcast, the Undertaker recently just criticism of former WCW wrestlers who have said Vince McMahon purposely tried to bury them. I posted the YouTube short below. The Undertaker comes across like a WWE shill here, and he's getting roasted in the comments. Vince put Hoovy on a lawnmower, buried DDP, fired Bagwell, and many other examples and treated WCW guys like shit. What are your thoughts on the Undertaker stance if he believes Sting's prolonged hesitation joining WWE was influenced by the treatment of other WCW stars? Let's see what he has to say. I never heard this.
Back in the day when the guys came in from WCW and were big stars in WCW. Not such big stars when we got to WWE. People are always wanting to point the fingers. There was this vendetta against this, against that's all. That's not. If you draw money, you know, obviously you have to be put in this situation to be able to draw money, but you have to work within that WWE frame of mind. He was this huge star at this company, but now, you know, WWE's
headed out for him.
Yeah. Why on earth this is the stupidest thing you ever heard. Why would you even waste anyone's time just to bring them in to hold them down? Look at Booker T. He came from WCW. And, you know, you look at his WWE resume, pretty impressive.
Yeah. And the money that you're going to spend by doing that as well
it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You don't bring people in to hold them down. You bring people in to make your product better. There was a lot of time when...
Unfortunately, I will say this, even though I super respect Undertaker, okay, they brought people in and buried them a lot.
Let me say this. I would agree with you. I don't think intentionally. I think they just gave a bunch of guys some ideas to run with. Like the Mexican
I'll give
and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it said like, hey, I'm going to bury these
intentional
guys.
Right off the top of my head.
Go ahead.
All the Goldberg talked about Triple H, and they came in, they made him wear a wig or like Goldust or something. Dude, that's intentional. We're going to bring him in and we're going to humble this for talking. How could that have been a good idea? Come on. They would have never done that in WCW. They did that to clown them, and they've done it. Okay, this is what I think. They've done it to a lot of people, all right? And they like to. I remember one time I was sitting with Umaga and Carlito. They had come to a football game to watch Dominic while they were in San Diego, and we were sitting there, and Carlito was like, I don't know if I should sign or not. No, Vince is going to try to get back at me because I didn't want to sign before. And that's what happened, bro. He signed again, and they buried him again. Like, this is what you get for being difficult. We wanted to sign you before.
I'm not disagreeing with you, okay? But I am gonna give a comparison. Okay.
Yep.
I wouldn't say taking a guy and giving him like a bad segment here and there is intentionally better, like the for a spot. Okay.
How about what they did?
No.
Chris Canyon.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
This is what I would consider burying, and I would measure this burial up against any other type of burial and say, does it meet the burial test? What they did with what's her name? Miro's wife.
Right.
When she was constantly every single week, and they were good. Bro, that was a sustained weekly, every week we're going to spend our time to just admit we're just going to ruin you, right? Compared to that, did they do anything that bad?
It's still a burial. Look, I'll give you another one. Dusty and polka dots. Come on, man.
I think
Terry Taylor's the red.
Dude, he had a distinguished. He was a superstar. He was a what the cowboy had in his look, bro. It worked everywhere he went. He was always the most charismatic guy, and they put him dancing with some fat chick, you know, Precious or whatever her name was.
Sapphire.
Sapphire.
But it's during a period of time when You had a plumber character, a repo
That's
man
not an excuse,
character.
bro. He was
but, you know,
super over is what he was. You did need to change him.
but here's my thing. I'm not saying it's like it's an intentional burial. I
do
just think
it is.
I just think it's a guy with some really terrible ideas for what he thinks is a good character.
That too.
Okay, I was thinking, so
You're still buried. You're still buried.
You're still buried, yeah. But I think he's buried now.
That's
Like,
the end of the bro.
hey, I'm
Dusty-
gonna ruin Dusty Rhodes and put him in Pokemon.
Bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Where I grew up, the majority of the place, because I grew up in like 5 places in Miami, right?
Mhm.
The first place I grew up was a black neighborhood. The next 3 neighborhoods were all Cuban and Latino, and the last one was like Cuban and white, right? Every neighborhood I lived in, everybody was doing the bionic elbow. They were doing the Dustyisms. They were trying to imitate him, bro. He was over. Didn't matter where you went. Like, there's no reason to change it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
You think
So
Vince
yeah,
McMahon
bad
actually
idea.
saw any of that stuff?
Huh?
You think Vince McMahon saw any of that stuff growing up?
Come on, he
Just
couldn't have
was.
seen any of
That's
that.
not. No, absolutely, bro. Vince
Why
McMahon was
not?
focused on his stuff. He didn't know anything about all that other.
But
That's
Vince
what he was.
McMahon-
Somebody
that's
could
what
have
he
told
was-
them.
Think
Pat
about it.
Patterson could have told them.
Bro,
Michael Hayes could have told them.
Dude,
Tree or whatever.
the guy took every great Hall of Fame wrestler that turned into a Hall of Fame wrestler. Took every great Hall of Fame wrestler from every territory, every top guy, Dino Bravo in Montreal, Kurt Hennig in AWA.
Okay, I know the history.
Turned them all
Let me
into
say that.
over the
Let me-
top characters. Just the stuff that they did that
Okay.
worked.
So he brought in Hogan, and he brought in the Mouth of the South, and he brought in Gene Okerlund and all these people. He never once said, "Let me see what I'm working with." You know, he just said, "Just bring them in because they're drawing, or just bring them in because they're popular,
Yeah,
and
they
we'll
didn't-
give them another character." He had to have seen him. How could not have seen Dusty Rhodes, bro?
He didn't change Hogan's character.
This is a different TV back then, bro. You grew up in Miami. I mean, I never, I saw Florida Championship Wrestling for a very brief window
Right.
because they
But
showed
all those guys from Florida ended up in Georgia, so you saw them all.
Yeah.
Dusty,
that was,
the Briscoe.
that was territory days. That was territory days until
Yeah,
Vince.
Kevin Sullivan. They
Yeah,
all
we're in the
came.
territory.
They all came from Miami.
How about the Road Warriors?
How about
Road
perfect example? But you're a perfect example.
Right.
Look at this top guy in Mexico. Let's turn him into a Martian dude guy or whatever, space.
Yeah, but that was actually my idea.
Yeah,
That
was
my
it
idea.
really?
Yeah.
National was your idea,
Yeah.
really?
Bro, you don't know the story after all the years that you've known me? I had been in Japan. Okay, I had been in Japan, and I had seen this robot on TV where he flew and he shot confetti and fire and all this. And when I met, huh?
Was it Spectre Man?
I don't know what the guy's name was.
It was
So-
a Japanese show with like the robot was like
Yeah, I don't remember the guy's name, but so
Ultraman.
could have been Ultraman. I don't know.
Ultraman. That's what I'm watching.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah.
So when I met Vince, bro, Vince never, ever once said, "Hey, I need you for the Latino market." Like, he wasn't even focused on that.
Right.
He was just like, "I heard you have an idea." And I go, "Yeah, I have an idea. It's a robot outfit, and he does this." And then Vince came up with the brilliant idea of he was going to put a jetpack on my back, and he was going to fly me from the, you know, when you come out to the ring. And then he called me back and he goes, "Hey," "we're not going to be able to do that because of fire marshal." And I was like, "Okay, well." Then he goes, "Yeah, but we can do it in an outdoor stadium." And I was like, "This guy's brilliant, you know?" And so I told him the robot outfit. He loved the idea because the merchandising, you know, it shot confetti through another one. It shot smoke through another thing. I forgot what else the thing did. And bro, he'd be in the ring with me, and Scott Hall would make fun of me all the time because he would say, "I want you to jump like this. I want you to walk like this." And then he wanted me to dance in the robot outfit, and I didn't want to dance. He goes, "I need you to dance." And Scott Hall was sitting there, you know, just cutting promos on me. Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.